I would like everyone to think of your idea of a typical Southern male. Okay? Take a couple seconds, and then look at the board and tell me if this is what you thought of. Back. Yeah, okay. Now raise your hand if this is what you thought of. Okay, a couple of you. So, then I want you to think of your idea of a typical Asian male. Okay? And raise your hand if this is what you thought of. Okay, not as many. So then I want you to try and imagine combining these two images in your head. It's quite difficult, and it's one of the two main points I want to get at in my talk. It's hard to be an Asian male in the South. When we think of identity politics, we focus on the gender roles of women and the racist comments directed towards people of African descent. While these two topics are very important and deserve much attention, I want to focus on two different but similar topics, these being the gender roles of men and the stereotypes of Asians. So why Asians? Unlike other races, Asians are stereotyped for their attempts to succeed in society. We can see this in them being counted as nerdy and polite. This is quite different from other races who are stereotyped for negative attributes. We can see this in muggers, thugs, and drug lords. So why men? In the recent push towards women equality, the idea of men has become rigid. Men are supposed to be strong, both mentally and physically. Have you ever heard the phrase, act like a man, grow a pair? It's because of this that men have become seen as strong characters. In the South, this is especially prevalent where men are supposed to be strong and domineering. However, if the Asian stereotype is supposed to be weak and effeminate, how can they also be strong and domineering? So why do the stereotypes persist in 2018? The Southern male stereotype and the Asian stereotype continue in 2018 because of media portrayal and childhood influencing. Both the Southern male and Asians are portrayed negatively in the media. We can see an example of this in a recent popular show called Fresh Off the Boat. So, as many of you are aware, this show uses Asian stereotypes as a source of comedy. Now, I myself find this very funny. It's hilarious, but it shows Asians in a negative light, and thus makes us change our ideas about Asians. Now, do any of you recognize this man? For those of you who do not know, this is Jeff Foxworthy. Because of this, Jeff Foxworthy is a famous comedian. He makes his skits a lot about a Southern male, and particularly a redneck. As we know, not all Southern men are rednecks. I mean, look, many of you out there are highly educated people and do not fit the description. It's because of examples like this that the media has influenced us to imagine these two types of people in a certain way. Now, the second reason why stereotypes persist is childhood exposure, or lack thereof. Children are influenced at a very young age, and many of their images are created when they're especially young. I'll give you an example. I had a friend, we'll call him Eli. So in second grade, and I'm walking out to the playground like a normal day, and he comes to me and goes, "Hey, I look like you." Now, hold up. I was aghast, man. Like, I'd never seen this. I'd heard about it, but never seen it before. His parents were amazed, really amazed, and he actually ended up crying when he found out how bad this was. So, was it Eli's fault? No. It was because, due to lack of influence on him at an early age, that he thought this was okay. He learned otherwise and doesn't do it anymore. God. So, now to Northerners. Obviously, if you live in the North, you're not influenced by Southern people because, it's two different parts of the continental United States. So they don't grow up with many traditions of the South. Like, we have this thing called cotillion. Let me tell you, that is a hellish place where you learn manners. They also don't know about the SEC. That is the greatest Southern tradition out there. Now, because of this, these two examples, stereotypes persist. But back to stereotypes as individuals. Many of you imagine Asians as like this: weak, effeminate, smart, nerdy. And this is a direct opposite to the idea of a Southern male who is seen as uncouth, strong, maybe not as educated. But this is not true. As you can see, Asians can be fat. These people weigh a ton. I mean, they are ginormous. And look, that dude shredded. Same with that dude. Not all Asians shredded. I mean, as you can see, these guns aren't there. But many other Asians are very strong. And In recent years, well, before recent years, we had seen presidents as educated people, and we could identify authors as educated people. And these all came from the South. So, in the talk, I hope you understand that Asians and Southern men are actually quite similar entities in that they themselves are not as different as you may imagine. However, while I talk about two main stereotypes, I want to address that all stereotypes need to end. You can't imagine someone in one view. Everyone is different, and you can't characterize them based off their race or their gender. Thank you for your time and attention.